Hey guys, Wistex Vlogs Unfiltered. So I have some news for you guys, as you can tell by the title. First off, I'd like to say that I'm not feeling the greatest. I got really lightheaded and dizzy at work, and had to clock out. Miss Wistex is still at work, but we'll see where it goes. So, hey Dominic, how you doing? Hey Dominic, did you know the detecting? I didn't do anything. But Dominic, do you know the person in the description? Hey CCT, um, Dominic, Jamie Kloss. Um, anyways, so okay. Let me explain why the title says the FBI is here. They actually are in my county, in my town. Um, no. Okay, so I'm gonna get real serious here for a second. On Monday this week, I think it was the 15th. I could be wrong. 15th or 16th. But on Monday this week, there was a double murder and kidnapping that happened in my town. And now I live in small town America, so this never happens. Um, there was a so this house got broken into. I'm actually not far from that house. I'm not gonna go there right now. But there was a house that was broken into. Both parents were shot dead. The door was shot in, and the little girl is missing. She was 13 years old. Okay, Dominic. Yeah, you know what? You kind of know who I'm talking about. So anyway, she was 13 years old. She's been missing since Monday. Um, the FBI is here. There's a bunch of things going around. There was an Amber Alert put out, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So if you guys want to share the crap out of it from Vermont and from Texas, it was kicked in. Oh, I heard it was shot in. Yeah. So if you guys go down in the description, the little girl, the 13-year-old girl's name is listed there. You can Google it or look up on Facebook, and you'll find the articles I'm talking about. Please share the crap out of it. Get it all around the country. Get it everywhere. Okay, but share the crap out of it. Get it. There's a nationwide search for this little girl. We're not entirely for sure. Like, the police around here, as far as I know, are not entirely for sure where she might be. There was a lead on Tuesday morning that she might have been in Florida, but they've since dismissed that. Bam Bam. So since you missed it, there was a double murder kidnapping that happened in my town on Monday. I don't know if it was early Monday morning or late Monday night. Not for sure. But this house, they either kicked in or shot in the door. Was that 1 a.m. on Monday? Yeah, it had to have been 1 a.m. on Monday. Anyways, um, they shot both parents and then kidnapped the 13-year-old girl, from what they can tell right now. Um, don't know. They don't know where she might be. So as I said, go down to the description, see the name, the spelling of the name. There's no links or anything, but see the spelling of the name. Yeah. Share the crap out of it. Find an article about this and just share the crap out of it. I figure since I do have an influence, not much of an influence, but I know people from around the country. Even if it's one person in each state, I figure if I can use part of my influence to get it shared, I'm gonna. Because this doesn't happen very often, especially in my town, small town America. So just be on the lookout for that. But yes, the FBI is in town. Speaking of small town America, and on a much lighter note, there is, if any of you guys watch The Voice, the show called The Voice, there's a guy from my town, the town I'm in right now, who is on Blake's team, Blake Shelton's team. He just made it past the battle rounds. Chris Cruzy. So keep an eye out for him, vote for him, get him to the finals, let him win. So on a bit lighter note, but yes, please share the crap out of the name down in the description. I've met him a time or two. I wouldn't say I know him on a personal level, but I've met him a time or two. We did both go to the same high school, although he's a couple of years older than I am. So we weren't in high school at the same time. But I mean, he already does have a music career, and whether he wins The Voice or not, I mean, the publicity is going to be great. But if he wins, that would be amazing. So, but he is from my town. Chris Cruzy kind of has a ZZ Top and like he looks kind of like your average bearded country singer. I mean, he's a bigger guy, like he's fatter, but he's a really, really good dude. He's very, very kind. He's sweet. Just he's worth voting for. So the last couple of weeks here in town have been up and down as far as, hey, Chris Cruzy made it on The Voice. Oh, hey, he, made it past blind auditions. He's on Blake Shelton's team. He's, into the battle rounds. And then we have a double murder kidnapping this week. So you guys might hear about it on The Voice, this double murder kidnapping. I'm sure Chris Cruzy will bring it up because we're all connected. So keep an eye out for that. But definitely, as I said, share the crap out of that name on social media and everything. As I said, there was an Amber Alert that was put out. It came across all of our phones all at once. I mean, I don't know if you guys got it, but oh, and Dominic, if you are still here, they did figure out whose cell phone the 911 call came. Yeah, they did figure out whose cell phone the 911 phone call came from. They haven't released who yet because it's part of the investigation. But they did figure that out. I'm assuming it came from one of the parents' cell phone, because otherwise they would have had much greater lead. But I'm assuming it was one of the parents' cell phones. Maybe Jamie's cell phone if she had one. Uh, if it wasn't, yeah, you don't do that. We had one kid not long ago, right after a recent shooting that was on the news. The shooting had gotten like 17, 18, or 19 people. And one of the kids in the high school that I went to school the next day or the following week or whatever and said, oh, well, I could have gotten more than that. Oh, damn. Yeah, there was a kid recently who I think he got expelled. I think. Yeah, I think so. It was this year. But he went to school. He's like, oh, I could have gotten more than that. And they took that as a threat. And I think he got expelled. You guys can ask Dominic more about that. He might know a little bit more than I do. Because, I've been graduated for 5 years. There you go. There's more details for you guys. Yes, I graduated June 7th, 2013. Where's my Ernest? So 3 years and 2 days after I did. Yeah, June 7th, I graduated. And on June 11th, I was in Texas getting my ass screamed at. Air Force basic training. So, bam, I do have a couple more interesting stories. But before I do, I'm going to say again, the name of the 13-year-old girl is down in the description. Share the crap out of that name with everyone you can. Get it around the country so everybody knows about it. So no matter where... Right. Ours was pretty short. They cut it short. But anyways, share the crap out of that name. So no matter where in the country she is, people know about it. So, I graduated with about half that. I graduated with like 97, something like that. It's not a very big high school. The population here in town is like 6,000, something like that. I could be wrong. It could be 3,000. I don't know. But it's really, really small. But yeah, share the crap out of that name. So no matter where in the country she is, people know about it and are on the lookout. As I said, the FBI is involved. I'm pretty sure there's Amber Alerts and missing child posters all around the country, or starting to go up all around the country. But social media and no, detecting odds and reals. It is not corn dogs. But anyways, social media is nice. But anyway, social media is a great thing. It gets news out really, really quickly. And I figure since I have just even the smallest bit of influence, and I know and can talk to people from around the country, please share the crap out of this. but no, detecting, you've guessed a lot. But okay, so moving on to, hey, Crafting Rabbit. You're new. What's up? Hi. But anyway, so moving on to my giveaway. If nobody guesses it by my birthday, which is this Saturday, I will up the prize. No, not yet. No. Be nice. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. I'm glad you stopped out. I always enjoy interacting with people. You just missed my whole spiel about why the title says what it does. But check the description and share the crap out of it. You'll get it. Yeah, there was no. Do not share this stream. Do not share this stream. Hold on, Dominic. Well, that's fair. But no. So Crafting Rabbit. So I live in small town America. It's in middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. And there was recently a double murder kidnapping that happened in my town. A 13-year-old girl was kidnapped and her parents were shot. They still don't, and this happened on Monday this week. They still don't know where the little girl is. So I'm using my social media influence, as little as it may be. I'm using my influence to get it around the country as fast as possible. So the 13-year-old girl's name is down in the description. Share the crap out of it. Find an article, no matter what it may be, about this incident that happened on Monday this week, and just share the crap out of it. Get it out there so we can find her. Yeah. There was actually a lead. And thank you. That actually really helps. There was a lead on Tuesday. So this happened Monday morning. There was a lead on early Tuesday morning that she might have been in Florida. But they quickly discredited that, saying that there's no way that she could have gotten down there, which, I mean, realistically, she could have. Because driving straight through with a few stops for gas here and there, you're only looking at about a 27, 28-hour drive. Well, that's probably true, but you don't own those holes. You can't physically hold those holes taking rods and rails. But yeah, so the 13-year-old girl's name is down in the description. You can either look her name up on Facebook and you'll find articles, or you can Google her name and you'll find articles about it, and just share the crap out of it. Trying to, like, I got a viewer here from Vermont. I had a viewer here from Texas. People or a person or whoever. Yeah, she got kidnapped from her own house. They either kicked in or shot in the door. I don't know if it was one person or multiple people, but they either kicked in or shot in the door, shot both parents, and took her. So everybody's kind of speculating on what it might be. Yeah. But people are saying, oh, well, maybe she had, like an older boyfriend and he did it, and which I doubt, because she was very from what they described, she was very shy and quiet and oh, absolutely. Um, I'll give it until the end of the month until I really start to lose hope. It's always possible, but by the end of the month, if she's not found, it's looking pretty slim. But yeah. Anyways, I think she was scoped out by people and followed, and oh, definitely. Definitely. I think she was taken for the sex trafficking trade. I mean, it's possible. And that's what I'm thinking is most likely, because this stuff just does not happen around here. So, but yeah. Well, because I mean, Florida is a hub for like, it's the quickest way to get to Cuba. It's one of the quicker ways and easier being a relative term, ways to get to Mexico. Once you're on the sea or in the ocean, yes, but once you're on the sea or in the ocean, you're basically home free. There are a few other obstacles to get around, but you're basically home free. It's up for debate, but a lot of people flee to Florida. Which I'm actually surprised they didn't try to flee to Canada. I mean, it's possible. Well, that's fair. I don't believe it was a family member. Yeah, absolutely. The internet can get you killed. I'm hoping that's not a sign. Anyways, I don't think it was a family member because all of her family members, they were all at a birthday party the day before, from what I read on that Sunday. I'm assuming the family was the first one to be investigated and talked to, you know. Oh yeah, like, and that's kind of what I think is that she was stalked, you know, because there's no way. Like, if somebody just wanted to break in, and what is it detecting? But anyways, if somebody just wanted to break in and rob the place, and then, oh, hey, you know, I ran into, you know, the parents, you know, and there's, oh shit, there's people home, you know, and then it turned bad, they would have just killed the daughter too. They wouldn't have, you know, just shot the parents and then kidnapped them. Yeah, I believe Jamie does have a cell phone, but they've determined that it is off. So And no, Detecting Rabbit, it is not a calculator. You can buy 1,000,000 calculators for under $500. It has to be 1,000,000 individual items. Yeah, per house. But anyways, that's not the point of this stream. Well, I mean, it is. Like, I don't want to spend the whole stream just talking about it. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're watching this video, no, Bam Bam. Mints, no. Anyways, so Crafting Rabbit, you jumped in on a really weird time. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my main, well, this channel, obviously, and to my main channel, which is just Wistex Vlogs, not the unfiltered thing. But consider subscribing to both. But I have a contest giveaway kind of thing going. Okay, Dominic, sorry. So, Dominic, Dom's Fishing and Hobbies. I posted a video to my main channel. As I posted a video to my main channel saying, what is the cheapest way to own 1,000,000 of a single physical item? Okay, there are some rules. Now, I don't remember all the rules exactly, but so you'll have to go watch that video. Oh, calm down. Let me explain, please. No, Detecting Relative Reals. That's gross. No. I'm pointing to your chats on the screen, like you guys can see that. But no, okay. So it has to be a physical item, something you can actually hold. It cannot include volume or weight. So you can't say, oh, well, I have 1,000,000 grams of this. You know, I have a weight that weighs 1,000,000 grams or 1,000,000 milligrams, no. And it cannot include volume. So you can't say, oh, I have 1,000,000 fluid ounces of water or whatever. It can't be that. It has to be a whole item, so it cannot be pieces of another item. So like saying, oh, well, I have 1,000,000 shreds of paper. No. It has to be a whole item. It cannot be food or anything that decays or rots fairly quickly. Everything in this world decays and rots eventually, but decaying and rot being a relative term. And the kicker that has gotten most of you is it has to cost less than or equal to $500, $500 US. Aluminum what? No. No, Detecting. That is not. It's not that. No. It has to be something you can have $500 in cash. Like if you had 500 one or five $100 bills, you can go out and buy these 1 million items all in one go. So it's $500 or less. Why? I mean, I'm 23, but why? I'll be 24 on Saturday. No, because a million pennies is like $10,000 or 100,000. Not for sure. No, not yet. I'm going to be in the spring. Yeah, so $10,000. So as I said, $500 or less. Detecting rods and reels, Bam Bam. You wanna have some fun? Thank you. Bing Rabbit. Okay, phone says low battery. Yeah, see, you guys got to have a little bit of fun, didn't you know? So it means he was booted, and he's still being booted. Thank you, Bam Bam. So Crafting Rabbit, if you're still watching, I'm sorry, I don't answer that many personal questions if I don't know you that well. Especially in lieu of what just happened in my town this week. No. Yes, detecting rods and reels. Yes. No, hair decays. Detecting rods and reels had a pretty good guess. He said BBs. But then he learned that he can only buy 372,000 BBs for $500. So that's a no. No, sorry. It's within the average check, which I'm capping off at $500. I mean, but I'd be surprised if you could buy 1,000,000 toothpicks for $500. That's not the answer, by the way, though. And Dominic, if you're still here, what they're playing for is 1938 D over D Buffalo nickel. $1996 West Point Mint dime. Buffalo 1926S. Oh. As I said, if nobody gets it by Saturday, I will up the prize. Well, that's fair. That's fair. No. Bam Bam. No. No. Actually, another one of the specifications, I guess, is every item in these 1,000,000 items has to be identical. And rocks are not identical. There could be minor, subtle differences, I guess. But rocks are, no. No, it's not 1,000,000 human cells. No. Something you can buy. You cannot buy human cells. It has to be something you can hold and see without the use of magnification. No, Dominic, and detecting, I cannot tell you. I know you can find it online. No, it's not seeds. Seeds decay and rot. And on Saturday, if nobody gets it, not only will I up the prize, I will release a couple more rules and or clues as to what it is. So don't everything else, including us. What? Yes, but like, for example, okay, I'll just pull out one of the coins. For example, this coin will eventually decay. It's going to take thousands of years for it to decay, but it's going to decay. So, but this, if you could buy 1,000,000 nickels for $500, which would be insane, and you should definitely do that. No, I'm not saying it's metal in a human lifespan. Well, let me rephrase that. Let me say it doesn't decay within 20 years. At the very minimal. No, because that would be part of another item. That's part of a solid chunk of aluminum. No, again, that's part of another item. That's part of a pop can. Yes, bank tellers would be very angry if you bought 1,000,000 nickels and you brought it in. You'd be a very, very rich man. But they'd be pretty angry trying to sort and count all that. Not quite. And no, Dominic, even then, you still would not be able to buy that for $500. Yeah, $50K. Fuck, I'll take $50K right now. That'd be nice. If I ever have $10,000 to my name, I'm getting it all in pennies. Every bit of it, all in pennies. I'm going to clear out the banks of pennies. No. That is not it. It is not 1,000,000 pieces of cotton. You damn right I would too. I would get $10,000 worth of every denomination. Well, technically detecting rods and reels. Technically. Like, this coin, for example, was once part of a sheet of metal, and they stamped it out. But this I consider a whole item. So technically, if you were to say 1,000,000 cotton balls, that's considered a whole item. In cotton balls for $500. No. Again, it has to be a physical item. So, little side question to get you guys relaxed a little bit. What is the quickest way to become a millionaire? There's no prize for this, but what is the quickest way? Well, that's fair, but there's not a million of it. What is the quickest way to become a millionaire? Yes. Thank you, Detecting Rods and Reels. Ask 1,000,000 people for $1. And that is the exact thinking that you're going to need to solve my other question. No, It's ask 1,000,000 people for $1. Yes, it's ask 1,000,000 people for $1.
Oh.
Don't know if I'm